When the United States threatened to ban TikTok, most people assumed ByteDance was in trouble. Regulators wanted the app gone. Lawmakers wanted it sold. The headlines made it sound like the company was finished. But while everyone was watching TikTok, ByteDance was quietly building something far bigger, an artificial intelligence empire that is now going head-to-head with OpenAI, Google, and Meta. This is not a story about a social media company trying to survive. This is a story about one of the most aggressive bets on the future of AI that the world has ever seen. ByteDance was founded in 2012 by Zhang Yiming, a soft-spoken engineer who believed algorithms could understand human behavior better than humans themselves. He was right. TikTok proved that a recommendation engine powerful enough to predict what someone wants to watch before they know it themselves could capture the attention of over 1 billion people. But Zhang Yiming always saw TikTok as a product of AI, not the destination. The destination was something much larger. The AI empire ByteDance is building. By 2025, ByteDance had committed over $12 billion to AI chip procurement and infrastructure development. The company sourced roughly 60% of its semiconductors from Chinese suppliers like Huawei and Cambricon, while using NVIDIA chips to power its foundational model training internationally. This dual sourcing strategy was not just about cost efficiency, it was about building a supply chain resilient enough to survive the escalating technology war between the United States and China. Export restrictions had already limited access to advanced chips. ByteDance responded by spending its way around the problem. The man leading that charge at the research level is Wu Yonghui, a former vice president at Google DeepMind who joined ByteDance in early 2025. His arrival was a signal. Companies do not recruit executives from one of the world's most respected AI labs unless they are serious about building at the frontier. Wu now leads ByteDance's consolidated seed research team, a unit established in 2023 and dedicated entirely to pushing the boundaries of general intelligence. The team works across large language models, speech computer vision, world models, and next-generation AI interaction. It is not a product team. It is a research operation built to compete with the most sophisticated AI labs on the planet. The scale of ByteDance's ambition becomes clearer when looking at its 2026 infrastructure budget. The company plans to boost spending to approximately 160 billion yuan, around $23 billion, with nearly half of that reserved exclusively for AI processor purchases. For context, that kind of investment puts ByteDance in the same spending league as Microsoft and Google, companies that have been building AI infrastructure for decades longer. Doubao, Seed, and the race for AI dominance. The most visible product coming out of this investment is Doubao, ByteDance's AI assistant and the engine behind its push into the consumer AI market. As of December 2025, Doubao had reached 155 million weekly active users in China, making it the country's most widely used AI application. That number matters because it is not just a download count. It reflects daily token usage that surpassed 50 trillion by the end of 2025, placing Doubao third globally behind only a handful of Western platforms. Daily token usage had grown 137-fold since Doubao's debut in May 2024, a rate of adoption that no other Chinese AI product is matched. On February 14, 2026, ByteDance released Doubao Seed 2.0, the latest version of its foundational model family. The timing, Valentine's Day and the Lunar New Year period, was deliberate. The Chinese AI market was in a fierce battle for users, with Alibaba and Ant Group briefly topping download charts. Seed 2.0 was ByteDance's answer. The flagship Pro variant scored 98.3 on the AIMN 2025 mathematics benchmark, outperforming reported scores from GPT-5, 2 and Gemini 3 Pro. On competitive programming benchmarks, it reached a Codeforces rating of 3020, approaching Grandmaster level. The model also demonstrated the ability to process hour-long videos, answering questions about streaming content with high accuracy. This last capability ties directly into ByteDance's core strength, video, and represents a strategic advantage no other AI company can easily replicate. The model is not built for prestige alone. ByteDance has priced Seed 2.0 at approximately 1/10 the cost of comparable Western models on its Volcano Engine cloud platform. The pricing is aggressive by design. Volcano Engine, ByteDance's enterprise cloud division, already commands a 46.4% share of China's public cloud large model services market, more than Baidu and Alibaba combined. The company is targeting 100 billion yuan in annual enterprise revenue by 2030, and the pricing strategy is meant to accelerate that flywheel. Lower costs attract more developers build more products, and more products generate more data to improve the models further. Elon Musk was among the first high-profile figures outside China to publicly praise ByteDance's video generation capabilities after the company released ByteDance 2.0, a video generation model capable of creating sophisticated visual content from text and image prompts. That kind of external validation matters in the AI industry, where credibility drives developer adoption. When one of the most followed figures in technology stops to acknowledge a Chinese AI model's output, it shifts how the global developer community pays attention. Hardware agents and the global ambition, building great models is only part of the strategy. ByteDance has spent the last 2 years making sure those models reach users through hardware and agent systems that lock in daily usage. In December 2025, the company launched an AI-native mobile phone built in partnership with ZTE's Nubia brand. The device is not a standard smartphone with an AI feature bolted on. It is a phone rebuilt from the operating system level to give ByteDance's Doubao model higher system privileges than ordinary applications, enabling it to act as a true agent across the entire device experience. The goal mirrors what Google has done with its Tensor chips, Android system, and Pixel hardware. ByteDance wants to control the hardware entrance so that its AI reaches users without any intermediary. The hardware push goes beyond phones. The company's Ocean team is also developing AI glasses and has already launched Ola Friend smart earphones. In an industry where the form factor of the next personal computing platform remains genuinely uncertain, ByteDance is hedging across every possible entry point: phones, glasses, earbuds, and eventually more. The company's internal forecast is that by 2026, the AI sector will see individual product categories shipping over 10 million units. ByteDance intends to own a meaningful share of that market. On the software side, ByteDance has built a platform called Coz that allows businesses and developers to create and deploy AI agents without writing complex code from scratch. When the company open-sourced Coz Studio, its visual development tool, it gained over 10,000 GitHub stars within 3 days. The platform also includes HeAgent, a digital employee workspace that embeds AI agents into enterprise workflows for functions like sales, HR, and operations. For developers specifically, Doubao Seed Code, released in late 2025, achieved state-of-the-art results on the SQE bench-verified benchmark for software engineering tasks while delivering costs 62.7% below the industry average. Development time for AI assistance has reportedly dropped from 2 days to 1 hour using ByteDance's agent infrastructure. The company faces real challenges. US export controls continue to limit access to the most advanced semiconductors. Geopolitical scrutiny has not disappeared with TikTok. It has expanded to cover the entire company. And domestically, ByteDance competes fiercely with Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, all of which are pouring billions into their own foundational models. DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup, rattled the market in late 2025 with high-performance models at a fraction of the expected cost, proving that no lead in this industry is permanent. But ByteDance has an advantage that no other AI company, Eastern or Western, fully replicates. It has over 1 billion users already engaged with its products. Every scroll on Douyin, every search on Doubao, every video processed through ByteDance feeds a data flywheel that is almost impossible to build from scratch. The company does not need to convince users to try AI. The users are already there. The strategy now is to make AI so embedded in every product ByteDance offers that switching away becomes genuinely difficult. Zhang Yiming built TikTok on the belief that a smart enough algorithm could understand what people want before they say it. ByteDance is now betting that the same insight, applied to the full surface area of human activity, can power the next generation of artificial intelligence. TikTok may have put the company on the map, but what ByteDance is building now is designed to outlast any single app, any single market, and any single political moment. The real ambition was never about short videos. It was always about this.